Hello again everyone, this is Mr. Barkley and today I'm here to show you how to create a poster using Microsoft Word. Now this poster that I will be creating is based on the topic pollution. I went ahead and looked up at certain things about pollution, like for example the different types of pollution, which is air, land and water, and certain other things including the definition of what pollution is. Now I won't be using those things, but I like to be informed. It's a good idea to always be informed of what you want to be on the poster to be precise. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open a preset of what I did before. As you can see here, this is an example of a poster. This is the poster that I'll be showing you how to construct really fast and quite simply. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this and dive into creating this poster. Right now, before creating this poster or before creating a poster, it's always also a good idea to have a theme to base on, or a topic or a heading that you want to base on, something to center your poster around. Now my theme that I will be using for this poster is don't be mean, keep the environment clean. Quite catchy, right? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive into creating this poster with you. So I'm gonna adjust the size of this page by zooming in, right? So it is a bit more visible for you guys. Now that it's completely zoomed in, the first thing I want to do now, since I have an idea of what I want my poster to look like, is to go ahead and insert my background, something that everything else is going to be in front of. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture which I have already downloaded to my computer as the background. So I'm going to go to this folder named poster and right click on this picture here. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to go back to Microsoft Words and hit the paste option. Now once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the settings for this picture. So first thing I'm going to do is double click on this picture, go to wrap text and set it to behind text. This allows this picture to be behind everything else that is going to come onto this poster. Now I'm going to adjust the size of this picture, right? So I'm going to adjust it to the left, to the right, all the way up, and all the way down. Now that my page is completely filled with this picture, I'm going to go ahead and adjust certain things in this picture format to make it a little bit more to my liking. Alright, so I'm gonna go to right click and go to format picture, right where the format tab will appear on the side here. I'm going to go to format picture, the picture format settings, and what I'm going to do with my picture here is adjust the brightness. I'm gonna turn it up, give it a little bit more flare, not too much, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and turn down the contrast a bit, right? So it's a bit brighter. You can see it's a bit brighter, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and insert some other pictures which I'll be using in this poster or on this poster, sorry. So I'm gonna go back to here and copy these three pictures. Right. You can do them singly. Let me do them singly for those who's not used to computer. So I'm gonna right click here and copy. Go back to this, right click, and I'm going to paste. Right. I'm going to adjust the wrap settings for this picture and set it to through, and I'm going to apply a preset setup to it. I'm going to change the size, and I'm going to be doing this for all three photos. Right, so let's go again. I'm going to copy another picture, which will be land pollution. And I'm going to paste it right here. Then go to the wrap settings and set it through. Then assign a preset to it and adjust the size. Here we go. As you can see, when I set it through, I'll be able to move it freely. Right, I'm gonna go back here now for the last picture, which is water pollution. Copy it and paste it just like I did the other two before. Now this picture is a bit too small, so I'm gonna adjust the size Then I'm going to go to the wrap settings, set it to through, and then assign the preset to it. Now what I'm going to do next is I want all three pictures to be of the same size, so I'm going to place them over each other like an overlay just to ensure that everything is of the same size. Right? So there we go. Just it's a bit more out here, and this is a bit too big. As you can see, these three pictures are now approximately the same size. Now I'm gonna put them right throughout this document here. There we go. Alright, so that's the preview. Have you guys ever seen it properly? So what I'm going to do now, since I have already did somewhat the hard work, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the settings for this picture. So I'm going to go to farmer picture, right? I don't want the line on these pictures, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the fill and select no line. As you can see, the lines disappear. I'm gonna do this for all three pictures. There we go. So I don't have that black line going around these three pictures. Quite easy, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead now and add my title and my theme. So I'm gonna add the title to the top using a text box. So I'm gonna go here, click draw text box, and I'm gonna draw my text box. Alright. As you can see, the text box go. I'm gonna go ahead and insert another text box before beginning to type my title. So insert text box, draw text box, and voila. So now I have the two text box, or the two main text box that I will be working with. Alright, so the first one, this is going to be labeled pollution. Let me zoom this up a bit so you can see. Right, I'm going to highlight this and adjust the size and the text style. Right, I'm also going to center it. So let's center it first. Then I'm going to adjust the size, put it about 80. Yeah, yeah, about 80, and then I'm going to change the text style and what. Now, as you can see, I don't want this text box to be showing. What I want to be showing right now is the word pollution. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit this text box here. So I'm gonna double click on this text box, click shape option over here where the format tab is. Once I click shape option, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the fill section, right, and click no fill, right, and I want to get rid of this black line right here, so I'm gonna click no line, and then once I click off, as you can see, the fill and the line is gone. Fill representing the color or the background. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my theme right here, and I said my theme is don't be mean, keep the environment clean. Quite catchy, right? So I'm gonna type that, don't be mean, keep the environment clean. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead now and I like this, set it to center, adjust the size, and then I'm also going to change the text style or font style if you are comparing it to the side. I think I'm gonna roll with this. Might be a bit different from my main poster, but it's still the same concept. So I'm gonna double click on this text box again, making sure that it's on shape option, remove the fill, and remove the line. Alright, and there we go. Now I need to add beneath these three pictures now what different type of pollution they are. I'm gonna move this up a bit, gonna move this up a bit also. I'm gonna move this up a bit also. Right? And that's about it. Now I'm gonna also use text box for each name of pollution these pictures represent. So I'm gonna go back to insert, text box, draw text box. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the text box right here, right? And now I don't want to go to insert anymore, so I can also right click on this, copy it, and paste it twice. So right click and paste, and see, and then pull it down to where I want it, and right click again and paste, and I pull it down to where I want it, right? So now we have the three text box in the air where we need them to be. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. This one up here represents air pollution. So I'm gonna type air. Let me zoom so you can see what I'm typing. So air pollution. Alright, I'm gonna go down to this one. This is water pollution. And this is land pollution. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I'm going to adjust the style of the text and the size and the orientation of the text. I'm going to set the orientation to center. I'm going to make the size a bit more visible for everyone to see. Change the style of writing. Let me set it back to what it was on the original poster. There we go. This was set. It's always good to try to set the common headings to the same size. So I'm going to go ahead and set this also to 24 and then change the style and the orientation. I'm gonna do it for the next one also. Set it to 24 and voila. So we have a simple overview of my simple poster, right? So there we go. Now I want to remove the fill of this text box and also the line, the borderline of this text box. I'm gonna go ahead and double click on the edge of this text box right here and ensure that it's on shape options, right? Click the fill section, click no fill and no line. I'm going to repeat this for the other two text boxes. No fill, no line, no fill, no line. And as you can see, there we go. Simple poster made using Microsoft Word. So once again, I'm Mr. Barclay and I want to say thank you for watching.